what the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
I salute you, Chris. I salute you, brother. Here's why, Matt. Because he was like, hey, I could, you know what, never mind. He was like, you know what, I could really figure, hey, you don't understand it, like, I could really go, man, I ain't even gonna do y'all like that right now. How y'all just did me. Cool. So I'm gonna keep it moving. That's how cool he was. And then he kept his check in line, you know what I'm saying? He kept it moving, kept professional. So on Chris Watt's part, man, I commend you, brother. Yeah, on that part. Before I get into the other side, go ahead. You got anything to say?
Well, you know, I think it was staged.
You think it was staged?
I think it was staged. I think the whole thing was just something to do. You know, the Hollywood folk, they're real good at convincing us that there's something that's real that ain't real. So I think it was staged, but
okay.
I don't blame Chris Rock. And to be honest, I don't blame Will Smith. I wouldn't have chose what he chose, but I don't like the idea of trying to control what another man chooses to do for him and his own family.
I don't think it's about control, though, bro. I think it's about recognizing the moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, if this wasn't staged, which I don't believe it is, just given the awkwardness of how everything went down. If it was staged, that was, you know. But I don't think it was staged, and also given the moment, man, I don't think it was. You know, I don't think you control. You're looking at controlling people actions or whatever. I think it's more so recognizing that and compartmentalizing things and putting things in their proper place. Like that ain't the moment to handle that, because you're on somebody else's time, somebody else's stage, and you guys are putting on a show for the, you know what I'm saying, he's doing a job and putting on a show for the Academy. So
I mean, I get that, but you know, it wasn't improv. So that means a lot of people worked together to write that joke for him to tell that joke at that specific time, bro. So like,
so you think it was. I think that particular joke was improv. I don't think that joke was written in. Like he was going
the Oscars, right? The Oscars not improv.
I got you on that.
So I don't think he improv that joke. I think it was staged. Let me say that again. But if it's not staged,
I think he seen her ass up there, close here to the stage with that bald head, and was like, "You ain't finna just sit up here. Like, what the fuck going on?" And he probably didn't know. He like, "You ain't just finna just sit up here with no bald head. I ain't finna say that."
Right. So what then? If that's the case, if it wasn't staged, then that to me looked like it ended up being something coming to a head that might have been brewing, because that don't seem like an in the moment situation. even like, I agree that the joke was a little bit of a low blow. You know what I'm saying? Because all these folks, you know, at least know some about each other, like a little bit. They run in the same circles. So, okay. But the response to me responded was more than, for example, you just saying something about my wife tonight. Like, that was indicative of, okay, maybe it been something going on. And then you really thought you were going to be able to use the shield of you the host on the Oscars on live TV to really slide this through. Like, you really thought I was going to let that go. Because we don't know.
I can look at it the other way where Will knew his repercussions. Like, he was more of a Hollywood because he knew he wouldn't have any repercussions like that. Like he
I mean, I certainly agree.
Couldn't go down like how, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree that he knew that he was big enough to do it. I agree that he knew that he was big enough to do it, and he tried it within the power that he actually possesses in that particular industry. I totally agree with that, which is why I'm saying he kind of, in my opinion, from his perspective, if I'm looking at it like it's not staged or whatever, it's coming like, okay, well, bro, you're not finna come in here and try me like that. If you just tried it, let me show you what happened to you. Let me show you what I do to you then. Right here on TV. I smack shit out your ass. Right here. Did. I mean, you could think it's right or wrong, but I don't place right or wrong on that particular scenario.
Because it's bigger than what is bigger than that. Like, what I'm saying is, bro, that moment is bigger than however you feeling, however Will was feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it's not bigger than Chris Rock taking the opportunity to take a jab at his wife.
Right. So what you do is
no, what I'm saying is, how can we decide that it's okay for Chris Rock to do this, but it's not okay for I don't like that concept. I don't like
but think about this. Think about this in totality. Everybody in the crowd, like, they bring comedians to these things to get at the people who are nominated, to jab at them, to pierce the ego, so to speak. Right?
Jada Pinkett wasn't nominated though.
And what I'm saying is, but her husband was. And
right.
What we talking about, and you are in this industry, so it's not like you don't know what's going on. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is where I believe we seen an issue, identity issue with Will come to fruition. Like, I think Home got problems because he acted out of character in a moment where
I would know that's out of character for him.
I mean, but considering the moment and how classy Will Smith image is and how he portrays himself to be about this, you know what I'm saying, this loving, this human being who's been on this journey. Because I've read some, you know what I'm saying, I've seen some of the videos and some of the things he's been out doing during the years, and dude is like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, given that's out of character for him. Because a man within his understanding, the way he moves and puts himself out there to be, and then you, on the flip side, you admit, yeah, bruh. All right, let me say this. Like, to that point, before we get further down into it, it was definitely out of character for Will, considering how he portrays himself. It was definitely something that was not indicative of what we thought. Because, like, you gotta understand, bro, these people, like, this is supposed to be like the best of us as far as entertainers go. And so,
right,
when you're considering that fact, you can't. And that's why there's the whole joke. They turned the Oscars into the Sorcerer Wars, because it was like, damn, like, to them, that's I mean, and it's not even to them. To me, like, I was looking at like, damn, that's a black eye for us. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, for men.
That's a black eye for who?
For black men, because it is indicative of so many issues that we have, and I'm tired of our shit being out like that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and being scrutinized and being out of the public eye, and it makes it was a blow to the image of black men, is what I'm saying.
And you don't see
black men on TV, international TV.
And I'm with that, but I'm saying you don't see how Chris Rock choosing to make a joke about Will Smith himself or an altogether different joke could just as easily have avoided that whole situation.
I agree with that. I mean that you could have avoided that by.
So like, I get that what I'm saying. Once you start a thing, once you kick the ball off the hill, you don't get to decide how much damage the ball caused.
But you gotta understand that's in the profession. Like, you ain't gonna, like, if you go to, and if it's a comedian performing and you are close to the stage, bro, if some shit don't look right, they gonna speak on that shit. We know that. Will Smith been in the entertainment industry for 30, 40 years.
That wasn't a normal.
Trying to tell you,
but you just said it. That wasn't a normal stand-up night. That was the culmination of the zenith of the night.
And that always, and the comedian who they hire always pierces. I'll tell you what. Why when Regina Hall made the joke earlier about Will coming up on stage and about that, and that was more, I was like, damn, to me, that was more of a joke that would get me upset if I'm Will.
It was about Will, though. You don't know.
So it's okay. So what you telling me is it's okay to talk about the black man, but it's not okay to talk about.
Listen, what I'm telling you is once a person gets to decide, everybody get to decide for themselves. So if you as a comedian, right, you don't know what's going on, or maybe you do know what's going on. I don't know none of that. I don't have enough information to make that choice.
Beside the point.
What I do know happened is this man decided to make a comment about a man's wife who had
bald head. It's sitting up in front and come on.
But,
and I'm saying like that. If that was a problem, if you have a problem about,
look, all I'm saying is
somebody saying something, you should stay at home.
So that's very true. But they came out. He said what he said.
You live in the public eye. You can't. No.
He said what he said. Will Smith did what he did. It is what it is. Like, it ain't even that big a deal to me. Like, he said, no, it's not that big a deal to me.
I think you're trying to.
I don't even see why it would be a big deal. I think it's fake, first of all. So that's part of the reason why I don't think it's a big deal. They're all actors. They're all millionaires. Like, it's whatever. Shawty had alopecia. She decided to come out. Maybe he told her. Maybe they had a conversation. Because to your point, how he lived his life. Maybe she really did not want to come out because she felt like this shit could happen tonight. And maybe he was just like, look, baby.
No, that wasn't that post. Let me tell you what their post was. They were posting before. I'm talking about dressed up, dog.
No. So I'm talking
chaos
about
tonight. We embrace chaos. They were talking about we into this. We finna wreck have it
those
tonight.
Are all
come on.
Those are all public statements. What I'm telling you is, in the privacy of their relationship at their house before they left to go be on public stage, you know, when they walk out the door for the office, she might could have expressed to her husband, "Hey, I don't really want to do this shit. XYZ. I'm not feeling it." But he might could have pushed back on some, "Hey, I need you to be there. Rah, rah, rah. Fuck it. Let's embrace the chaos.
I doubt that. Just given their relationship, but go ahead.
Okay, but we don't know the inner workings of their relationship. We know what they should do.
We know a lot, though.
I'm not saying we don't know some things. What I am saying is that they are people who have mastered the craft of creating public personas, pretending to be other people, while maintaining an actual life that is whatever they have decided and defined they want it to be. So what I'm saying is, it's possible that in that part of their life, they decided we're gonna do the shit, whatever. They get that at night. Maybe Chris Rock struck a nerve when he made that comment. Maybe that's what set Will off. Maybe Chris Rock has struck other nerves in the past. I don't know. What I'm saying is, for a man to get up in public and go slap another man, to me, that seemed like that's more than what happened in the moment. Like the moment just was like, you know what? This
I
is
agree.
like this last straw.
I don't think it's between Chris and Will. I think it's more between Will and Jada.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
I think because think about this, bro. If you start to line up all the facts, bro, that led, like I ain't even just led, just line up everything.
What facts?
The August Alsina entanglement when the shit.
How you gonna just tie them two together? Then we don't know that they got nothing to do with it.
Can I show the lineage?
Go ahead, because I want to go on record to say I don't know how those two things are linked, but go ahead. I'm
gonna show the lineage. So
go ahead.
Those things are linked because of Jada. Because when you look at the Red Table Talk, when they talked about it, which turned Will into a meme, she wasn't protecting him then. She put all the business out for her gain. Now, all this is for her gain. She put all the and there's been interviews. She's constantly just basically emasculated this man, saying his sex wasn't good. You got his daughter writing a letter to Tupac because his mom, please come back and make me and my mom happy. You got Willow writing letters and shit to Tupac because my mom ain't been happy since you gone. Like, and you got this man admitting he's mad because he can't be Tupac because he knows that's who his wife really loves. So basically, you're admitting that you a nigga that she can't love, but you steadily trying to prove yourself. And I think that was that. And what I'm saying is the August Alsina is a symptom of that because she admitted she was not happy. And she solely put her happiness, the responsibility for her happiness within their relationship on him. And that's not right. That was one part. And that part turned him into a meme because he was like, oh shit, like, is it really? That's him crying. That's the Red Table Talk, man. She said this shit. I wasn't happy. He's spoken to their quote unquote the relationship type that they have. Like she wants this type of relationship, not him. She initiated this type of openness and shit like that because obviously she might feel some kind of way about him. So I'm like, well, what the fuck? And what I'm saying again that because no matter what, no matter what this man does to try to love her, he'll never get what he wants from her. We've seen it. Because these are things that they have spoken about. He has spoken about, she's spoken, and you can look at it in its totality and be like, whoa, what's really going on here? And so, yeah, you can say it's about that moment. You've admitted it's something else going on. But like I said, I think it was more so between them two and not necessarily Chris and Will.
So then why? No, okay. That's the way you see it. I don't understand how that would create a space for Will Smith to slap another man.
You don't think so? Because if your wife is not satisfied about a comment and you're constantly in this state of having to try to prove, that kind of action happens. And then we've seen nigga shit happen. You've been plenty of niggas trick themselves out the street for some shit, for out of dealing with a chick or man, most confidence men have are over females.
I don't disagree with that.
So what I'm saying is, it's been many places where a chick has done some stuff, not being held accountable or whatever the case may be, or she done got a shit, and a man have to come up and to defend that thing or whatever that is. And what I'm saying is for him to go up and slap this man for making a joke about your wife being bald head, actually, and she saved her health by choice, like. She had alopecia, but she was like, shit, I ain't gonna hide. I'm gonna just, you feel me? Cause she got, you feel me? She got a bald spot going across her head like this. So she just, and was like, yeah, this, and that was an empowering thing for her. You know what I'm saying? She did on a show. When she announced it or whatever, I went back and seen it. I didn't know she had. And so you go back and look at these things, yeah. And then I started looking at other interviews where she said the sex wasn't good. She, about her and Will and I'm like, damn, why you putting your husband out like that? You ain't protecting him at no corner. But then he got it. Like, go ahead. That bothers me, bro.
All right, so
and that the shit it's like, before you go, I just feel like media is complicit in not criticizing or critiquing that whenever it comes to that, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to from a black woman perspective. And I think it's because they lack the interest in it, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't I don't think they don't think it bodes well for their bottom line. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know how anybody, including Will Smith, would think that slapping a man on public television, bringing all this extra scrutiny and attention into their lives, which he was fully aware of before he slapped the man.
No, he wasn't, because he was emotional. You weren't thinking about that. He admitted he made an emotional decision. So that rational with the way you trying to that wasn't
kind of like before the moment though. He knew as an actor, he knows that this is a possibility. He know that somebody might say something to trigger me. We know they done lived this life for long enough to understand. They done had enough experiences to know that this is a reasonable thing that could happen to you at any time. You could be asked to take a picture at any time. Somebody could try to say something to trigger you at any time. So with all that being said, I don't know why, because again, I think it's fake. But in a scenario where we decide that it's not fake, I don't know why he thought, or why anybody would think that slapping Chris Rock would do anything positive for his marriage to Jada. Like, so that don't make sense to me. Like, you're not proving nothing by doing that. Like, you proving more to yourself. Actually, you're not proving nothing to yourself. You almost just kind of establishing the standard. Almost like, nigga, I told you if you tried me one more time, what I was gonna do to your ass. Right, so it's you trying me. You don't handle that. I'll make good on my word.
So this is why I push back on that, because if it was like that, see, if it were really like that, bro, I think that would have been handled off camera. The simple fact that he made that impulse decision, I think, was because he looked, right? He looked and he came back. It was like, nah, all right, cool. I know what's going on between me and her. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, I ain't finna let this go down like that. Like to your point, but I think it was it was coming from another place. You feel what I'm saying?
I get it. Like, I just don't think that. Like that's why I just don't think that. I don't think it came from another place. Like, I just think it was whatever it was in that moment. I think it was more about whatever him.
But you just said it wasn't about that in that moment.
No, I'm talking about him and Chris Rock. I think it was him, whatever him and Chris Rock had going on, bro. Like, basically, like maybe he read or maybe he got a chance to read the script of the night, and some of his people alerted him to the fact that Chris Rock might be making this comment, and he probably went to Chris Rock like, "Hey, bro," or shot him a text like, "Hey, bro, don't do that tonight." And maybe Chris Rock didn't respond.
That would have came out. I don't know. Will, that would help your defense. Like I would, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be out. Like I wouldn't be.
I don't think he needs to defend himself.
Yes, you do. Because see, here's the thing you miss. I think you miss about that, bro. Oh, you froze. Hold on. See if we can get him back. But I think the thing he's missing about that is you can't have you can't say, hey, Chris Rock you know, he don't need Will Smith don't need to defend himself, right? But then you back? No, Chris Rock needs to defend himself. Doesn't Will Smith doesn't need to defend himself because you're obligated to other people's time. This is not on your time. This is not your show. This is an award show to celebrate your accomplishments in the industry of filmmaking that year. And so for you to sit back and say he doesn't have to defend himself, bro, I don't agree with that. I don't agree because you're accountable to other people. This ain't your show. This is not and I not Will Smith's hour. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was your moment when you won the picture. Now, and that's why I think he wasn't really just forced to leave because they knew he would win. But as far as getting to the point of he didn't have to defend himself, I totally disagree because this is not your show. You're not like I said, you're on other people's time. They put the show together, and if he had shown or had some contact with Chris Rock prior to, so like, hey, pull his coattail to some things that he may be sensitive to, I think that would help him in his defense, or help his case a little bit more in the public eye. Otherwise, he wouldn't have to felt the need to resign from the academy, to go through all these things, because basically he didn't want to be held accountable or held to some sort of standard. You just want to go out here and act like crazy as fuck how you want to act, and I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think we'll come to an anarchist world when people can just go out and act how they want to act, and because they feel like it, or you feel like you felt disrespected. Like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit to me. And also let's take a look at this. So there's another angle of this. Let's share this part. Tab. We'll share this here. All right, let's out that. All right, let's see what's going on.
Keep your eyes on Jada.
Left in the beginning that they thought it was staged, but I don't think it's staged. The reaction seems to be really genuine from Chris, even though he's an actor. But I don't think it's staged. The reaction seems to be really genuine from Chris, even though.
So you see that, and what I'm saying is, man, look, you see her, she's laughing, bobbing her head after, she got the reaction she wanted. After she, I got you later. You know what I'm saying? And what lends to that thought is the comments her friends made, like Tiffany Haddish. Yeah, girl, you is right, and Jada, she need to give him some sloppy topping tonight, or whatever the fuck. I'm paraphrasing, but whatever the hell she said. After she she checked that reporter or about the costume comment. That shit was funny because you did look like you have a costume. I don't care how much you pay for that dress. That shit look like a costume, like you was fucking Poison Ivy or something from Batman. Fuck what you talking about. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, man, as far as the Will and Jada thing, I think we lost Mac. But as far as the Will and Jada thing, like, I think it was indicative of a different issue, a deeper issue, I think it was a symptom of a deeper problem, that I think even Will admitted. And when we start peeling back the layers, I think it's a good talking point. I think it's a good not only talking point, but everyone can see where they can gain value in the situation that happened. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it from a glass half full type perspective. So I definitely think that we can get to a point to where we can discuss topics like these in its layered totality and still not get triggered or be able to have a discourse without the echo chamber. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like having a discourse because I think that's where growth comes from. So anyone else has anything? Before I get out of here, check out avamariecloset.com, avamariecloset.com. Trust me, we got tees, hats, we got hoodies. The hoodie I'm wearing right now, dreams don't work unless you do. That's what it is. Dreams don't work unless you do. That's from our motivational self-love collection. We have so much merch there, and I named the store after my daughter because it's something that I think. I mean, she's beautiful. First of all, what do you say? She's beautiful, and she's also she has a nice following on Instagram just from us posting pictures about just the way my wife styles her and everything. So big ups to the wife for that. But I'll put the website here. Hang on. That's it right there. avamariecloset.com. We have all kinds of shirts, custom things for the whole family. Like I'm proud of it because I see the work that we're doing, and it's something that I think we can, the world can benefit from as far as giving a sense of style, a sense of having our own, and a sense of showing that these things can be made at high quality, but also very stylish and affordable. So I appreciate it. Any support, avamariecloset.com. Put your custom orders in if you have a design or a picture or anything that you like. You can upload it or email us, and we can get it to a shirt for you. We'll show you the design that once we edit it and get it ready for print, and then if you like it, we'll create an invoice. So thank you again. This has been another episode of Live Game. I'm sorry we lost Matt because I wanted to get his rebuttal on why Will Smith didn't have to be defended after you're accountable to other people, but maybe we'll catch that on the live stream. And catch you guys next time. Same bad time, same bad channel. See you. Bye.